Happy Saturday, and welcome back to the Tailgate right here on Pub Sports Radio. Man, it is already championship weekend, guys. We made it through 14 seasons or 14 weeks of the regular season. Now we got championship weekend, playoffs right around the corner. Feeling good, man. Can't wait to talk about these games with you guys. How we doing this weekend, Wine Time?
Oh, we're doing good, Daby Cab. We had a really good day on the court yesterday. We had a losing day in college football because of a team total, but we're going to get it back today. Shout out to James Madison. Watched that team yesterday. Man, that coach, I'm excited for him to come over to Westwood next year. Hope they don't make the playoffs so he can get over here ASAP. Shout out to them. Guns, my guy, how you doing today on a beautiful Saturday morning?
Yeah, I hit my max bet with Boise State yesterday. That was not even – I didn't even sweat one. Yeah. And, of course, it's my team, a team that I've been backing all season. I was telling you about the coach for Kennesaw State and what they're doing over there. Dramatic win over there on the Conference USA Championship. So those were my big wins yesterday. And, of course, I think I went 6-2 in college basketball. So, yeah, had a pretty decent day. Missed a couple plays here and there in college football, but we're going to come back, man. I have some very good plays that I love here on this slate, and we're going to get the bowl season. I can't wait.
Yeah, speaking of college basketball, man, I just hit the retweet on the show on the Tailgate, guys. Man, I know we only got the conference championship games, but, you know, Guns, Wine Time, myself, we plan on Gorki, all the guys, we plan on keeping this thing rolling through college basketball season and bringing you guys best bets with college basketball. So hit the like button, share the video, get it out there. Show some support and let us know you'll still be rocking with us. Agent Parlay in the chat. Good to see you. AJ, good to see you there, man. Gorky, Nasty Nate. There's my dude, Nasty Nate, man. Everybody rolling. Thank you guys. Absolutely love doing this Saturday with you guys on screen and in the chat. It's been a blast. We're not done yet. We got the biggest game so far of the year coming up, so let's go ahead and get our first one up. Right here, this one is Arlington at AT&T Stadium, if I am not mistaken, right up the road from me. You got BYU traveling to take on Texas Tech for the Big 12 championship. I tell you what, we saw this game, you know, very recently, and it was one-sided to say the least with Tech. I will say BYU was in it a little bit early, but by the end of the game, it was very clear who was the better football team. The only reason I've stayed off this game is because I kind of thought the spread would be a little bigger. I maybe would have put it at 14.5. This is one of the only championship games I did not bet. Let me move you, Guns. Sorry, I'm sitting here talking with your head cut off. There we go.
Right. Nobody wants to see me anyways.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. So this is one of the only ones I did not bet here, guys. I just don't trust BYU to score on this Texas Tech defense, man. We all know about this front seven that Texas Tech has here. They were absolutely able to just throw a wrench at any plans that BYU had last time these two teams met. And I see the same happening here. So for that reason, I do lean towards the under because I think Tech maybe gets a lead here and just, you know, starts running the football and pounding the rock. So I lean under here, kind of like Tech, but I did not bet this one at Wine Time. What you got?
Yeah, I just bet this one. We talked about it a little bit backstage, and I've been wanting to move on this game in some kind of way, and I think I just figured it out. I'm going to be on BYU team total under 17.5 minus 110 right now. Find it hard to believe that they're going to be able to put up 17 points against this Texas Tech defense. Not a lot of teams have been able to do it, and yeah, this is going to be much more of a home field advantage for Texas Tech than BYU. I'm sure some BYU fans will get out there, but this Tech team is built for the bigger stages. I think they're built for this kind of game. They're going to win this game. I couldn't take them on the spread because it's a big spread, but I think it's big for a reason. Give me the BYU team total under 17.5.
BYU team total under. So we are on the board in the first game. BYU, Texas Tech. Guns, what you looking at?
I kind of agree with Wine Time, what he's saying there. But, I mean, you look at these two teams, record-wise, they're the same, but Texas Tech has just been dominant all year. 41 points per game. They're only giving up 11. On the other side for BYU, they're putting up 31 points per game, but they're giving up 19. So there is a variable there with these two teams. Definitely Texas Tech is the stronger team. And you got to know what BYU wants to do. It's like their success is running the football with the stupid Bachmeier, not Bear Bachmeier. Is it Bear Bachmeier? I was thinking of the Hank Bachmeier is the one I hate, right? There's too many Bachmeiers in college football that I'm not a fan of. But when you look at what they want to do, they want to run the ball. That's kind of what both teams kind of want to do. But Texas Tech has a top 5 rush defense, if not the best rush defense in the country. They only give up 2.4 opposing yards per carry and 71 opposing yards per game. But BYU gives up 4.4 yards per carry. That's 55th in the country, and 119 points per game. That's 38th in the country. Very different variance there in the rush defenses. Two teams did beat that. That's the thing. 29-7 was the outcome. I mean, Texas Tech absolutely dominated them. There was nothing in that game that would give me an indication that BYU would be able to stay with this team today. And that's why the books made the line basically identical to what that matchup was in Lubbock. And Texas Tech has just been a money wagon. They're 11-1 ATS overall this season. They're 9-0 ATS is a double-digit favorite. Typically, they are a double-digit favorite in most games. The line is definitely tight. I do get that. I do lean towards the under, like Cabby said, and the team total under makes sense. But for my Notre Dame Fighting Irish, I do not want BYU in the college football playoff, and I don't want Notre Dame to be sitting there playing in the Podunk Bowl. So I'm going to be cheering for Texas Tech, and I'll just do it for the show. I'll take Texas Tech minus 12.5.
I tell you what, I don't think that BYU wins, or I don't think that BYU covers, but I would be happy as a fly on shit if they did. Guns. Listen, I'll be the first one to stand up straight and admit it. I don't want A&M to play Notre Dame in the first game. That sounds like
I
know that you do. That sounds like an absolutely fucking nightmare to me. You want to completely erase an entire season? Let them lose to the only good team that they beat.
I want to go to College Station. Let's go.
That'll be a fucking blast, though. If you actually do, if that's a possibility, Guns, let me know. I'm probably not going to get a ticket to the game, but I will definitely go get drunk with you at the tailgate.
I mean, it's going to be like those. If it is Notre Dame and Texas A&M in the college football playoff, those tickets are going to be a grand.
Crazy.
Easy.
Hey, did you have any market info on this one that you wanted to go over at all? No rush, if not, and no.
Yeah,
worries.
I've got some stuff right here we can bring up really fast.
We'll be quick. We don't have as many games.
Yeah, no, you're good. I love talking about this anyways. Texas Tech is currently about 58% of the handle and 62% of the cash. So it looks like Texas Tech is a little bit public, but at the same time, there's probably people coming in on BYU here today as we get closer to 9 a.m. here over on the West Coast. People are going to wake up and they're probably going to see, why is this BYU team such a dog? Like these teams, like if you look at their record, a lot of these people that are betting the public aren't really watching these games and don't realize how dominant this rush defense is for Texas Tech. And you guys mentioned that's all BYU likes to do. And then if we're going to look at the total, we've got 52% of the tickets and 62% of the cash on the over. The line's out of 49 right now, and it's not really moving, guys. It's kind of been at this 49 and a half for a while now. So bigger bets coming in on the over, but yet it's going the other way. This is an interesting market here.
I wish I bet totals because I want to.
I will say this: if you wanted some trends on this one, double-digit favorites in conference championships, dating back to 2019, 11-6 ATS. So it's like, and you got to know this about like whatever team that you like today in conference championships, they're going to win the game outright. Typically, more often than not, there's rare instances where it's a loss or a win not cover or something like that, but if you like a dog today, you might as well take them outright, sprinkle in the money line. If you like a favorite today, you might as well take the spread. That's all I'm going to say about that one. It's typically high percentage-wise, the side that you're taking, you're picking the winner outright.
Shout out to Stephen Harrison in the chat, man. That's my dude right there. We got everybody rolling in, man. Kelly in the chat. Good to see you, Kelly. I know you got something burning this morning. We're up over 150 people between X and YouTube. Wine Time said he wanted to hit an all-time high on our last well, it's not our last show. We'll be back next weekend, but our last show of the regular year, I guess you can call it. So help us out, guys. Hit the retweet, hit the like button. I'm going to throw this one up there because I have a graphic for it. I damn sure couldn't care less about this game, but maybe, just maybe, you guys have something to say on it.
What are you talking about? This is the best game on the board. You know,
you two go for it. I'll go get a lighter. Wine Time, you start this one.
Yeah, I love this game. I talked about it with Jimmy yesterday, and guys, I actually moved on it in a couple different ways here. If we're being honest, I only had one spot yesterday. And as the day went on, and I talked about it with Boston the Sauce last night, we pretty much all were set on this right here. Give me Miami, Ohio, plus 1.5, minus 105. This team, listen, DeQuan Finn left this program a couple weeks ago. His agent came out, said he's going to get ready for the NFL draft because they had nothing to play for. The impossible happens. Here's Miami of Ohio winning the last two games. Other teams losing games for them to get here. They're 7-5 team. They've got a quarterback that's been playing at a pretty high level these last 2 weeks. He's been playing a lot better than DeQuan Finn was. I don't think DeQuan Finn even signs an NFL contract at this point. At the same time, I think they're more motivated. They're more motivated group here. I'm also on the over here. I think it's pretty contrarian. I mean, 15% of tickets and 85% of cash is on the under, and the line is moved up a point. So I wouldn't say it's contrarian actually, but the fact that the line's moving with that much money on the under and it's going up. This is a MAC game, guys. You guys know, if you guys have watched MAC football, anything can happen. Wild shit happens. They run plays that they don't run all season on special teams, fake punts, all kinds of stuff like that, trick plays. And I think we're going to see a lot of that on an early 9 a.m. game here for the MAC championship. Give me Miami, Ohio. I think they win outright. Give me the over 43 minus 110. It's a 43.5 everywhere you look. This might get to a 44 here pretty soon. It's pretty dead on locked at 43.5 though. I love this spot. I'm excited for this game. I'm going to be locked in watching this one. So let's go Miami, Ohio.
43.5 is a wild total, man. I've been hitting a lot of, I know people like to go like to the under, lean to the under, especially if you bet a lot. But with these MAC games, man,
yeah, you know what I mean?
They've been putting some wild low totals out there for games.
Miami, Ohio is going to go balls to the wall for this championship. I think they're going to give it all they can, and they're going to score. And I think Western Michigan's going to be able to score too. So
shout out to our guy Gorki, man, $2 dono. He said he's got Western Michigan first quarter and the team total over. I'll take another hit for you, Gorki, man, and all the members in the chat. We say it, man. You guys that are in the green, that are members to this channel, thank you, man. The only reason we got this channel is because you guys support it. Without you, we don't have a channel, and we don't have our guy Guns, who's about to tell you about Miami, Ohio, and Western Michigan. Would not be here without y'all. So thank you, Guns. Let him know.
You have to know that the total opened at 45.5, dipped down to 43.5 this morning. Now it's down to 43. So it's going back and forth. So I can see the argument on the under as well. Typically in the MAC championship, it has gone under a lot in this one, but I'll give the counterpoint on this one with Western Michigan. Listen, I've been tailing Western Michigan for a while. They won eight out of their last 9 games. Their offense is a run-oriented team. They're 9th in rush play percentage, so you know what they're going to do. And in conference play, they average 212 rushing yards per game, 4.8 yards per carry. Now, Miami, Ohio, you look at their numbers. Yeah, they have a strong rush defense, but when they have that step up in class, when they have to face a good rush offense, Wisconsin, Rutgers, UNLV, Western Michigan, Ohio, and Toledo, both teams, all those teams can run. They give up 140 rushing yards or more against them. Also got to look at the revenge angle in this one. Miami, Ohio did beat Western Michigan 26-17 in the first matchup. However, Western Michigan was at home. They were 2.5-point dogs in that situation. Now we're seeing on a neutral site, Western Michigan is the favorite. Line correlation altogether. And believe me, in the MAC championships, typically the dogs does cover. I think they're on a 10-3 ATS run. However, Miami, Ohio is 0-5 straight up, 1-4 ATS as a dog this season. Western Michigan is a single-digit favorite, 4-1 ATS in those positions. Western Michigan can run with the quarterback. They can run with the running back, and they have a very elite defense. This is a revenge angle here. So more boxes are checked to the Western Michigan side. So I'm going to have to say to Miami, Ohio, and I'm going to be on Western Michigan here today on the money line, minus 120.
Well, you guys made this one.
Yeah, I know. Guns, quick. I'm trying to look right now. Where did you see that it open up? I don't see it open up at 45.5 anywhere.
I'm looking at pregame. Pregame kind of has look-ahead lines too, so you have to take that. Yeah. So maybe it's like 44 or something like that on after Saturday or something like that. But they look ahead lines and some of this stuff.
Shout out to Swish in the chat. Says, fellas, let's get it. Let's get it, Swish. Good to see you, my guy. Hit the like button, guys. Drop a dono. If you guys drop a donation or gift a membership, I'll take a shot for y'all. Run it up down there in the comments, guys. Hit the like button. We're breaking down the entire college football card today. So this is exciting, man. It's a big week of college football. Big day for sports today. A lot of good games across the board.
Yeah, I'm seeing 43.5, 44s is like what open at. Yep.
Speaking of big games, a game that we feel like we get almost every year right here. Yeah. Right? They might not be the two.
That hasn't happened in a while. Like, I think we're a 2-year hiatus.
Well, they did it. They played last year, didn't they?
No. It was Texas and Georgia. No, it's Texas and Georgia.
Texas, Georgia, yeah.
So it was 2 years ago then, the last time they played in the championship?
with Saban.
2022.
Damn, really?
Yep.
Well, they might not be the same juggernauts, the elite, that they were. And when I say that with like a grain of salt. Like they're still Alabama and Georgia. Look, they're still number 4 and number 10, right? They're still just absolutely great football programs. The NIL has just changed it to a point where, you're not going to have these teams that just stand alone anymore. And I like that. If I'm being completely honest, I think it's better for football here. This game's going to be in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia. And we're looking at 1.5? Has this moved off this 1.5, or is this where it still is?
It's been last night it was 2.5, so getting it to 1.5 now.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was a 2.5, but I guess it's 1.5.
Some
Guys,
books have a 2, some have a 1.5 right now.
This game doesn't get harder to cap, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think that there is money to be made here, and I'm going to cash the bets that I have. But as far as a side, if you have a ticket, I will root for you no matter what side it is, because I don't know how you picked a side here. Alabama struggles with Georgia. Georgia just struggles with Alabama. It just is what it is. We've seen it time and time again. And this is an Alabama team that either wins or goes home, right? This is a different game for Alabama than it is Georgia. If Alabama doesn't win this football game, there's a chance. And I hate that I have to preference that with saying a chance. It's fucking ridiculous. There's a chance that they don't get into the college football playoffs. In my opinion, if they lose this game, they should be out.
You're going to put a 3-win Bama team, a 3-loss Bama team.
I'm not putting them in there at all. Right. I'm just telling you that Bama loses this football game and they still might make it with 2 losses to Georgia, just because the committee loves Bama. They love them some Bama. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
I don't want to see it, Guns. I don't want to see it. It's not what I want. What I want
down the committee headquarters with everybody in it too, if that happens.
Yeah, what I want is for Georgia to win this football game and for Alabama to just kind of go away. But I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Hard on the side. I do have 2 bets here, though. What I took on the Alabama side is I took Williams. I took his receiving prop over 44.5. I know there's been some question about his health because he only got 1 target in the last game. Guys, this is the type of game that you get healthy for, right? We've seen people, I'll use Mario Craver for A&M as an example, right? He didn't play against Samford. Why would he play against Samford, right? You got Texas after Samford. The same thing with Brian Williams. They've been letting him get healthy the past couple weeks. And this is a situation where 44.5 yards for somebody that has the ability to go 50 plus on any play is not something I'll ever pass up in a championship game. I lean over because I think that these 2 teams are going to beat up on each other like they always do, even though they've got good defenses. And the other bet that I took is I took Frazier, the running back for Georgia, over 60.5 rushing yards. So those are my 2 bets in this one. What you guys got? I'll let Guns start it first. One. What you got, Guns?
I mean, I here's the thing. We have to look at the motivational factor in a lot of these games. And I think that the reason why the line is moving down is 2 reasons. 1, Alabama seems to own Kirby Smart. 2, Alabama needs this game more than Georgia. I think Georgia loses this game, doesn't even matter to them. It's like they're just going to have a spot in the college football playoff regardless. But, I mean, if you want to play for that first round bye, I think there's motivation factor there. And Kirby Smart probably hates losing to Bama as much as anybody, so maybe he gets his team up on this one. If you look at good defenses from both, I mean, we got Georgia that is 12th in opposing scoring, and you have Bama that is 13th in opposing scoring. The offenses, Georgia wants to run the football. When you look at Georgia, I mean, they run the ball 50% of the time. They average 191 rushing yards per game, and Bama's defense not very good against the run. And if you want to take advantage of the Georgia defense, you pass against them, because they gave up 371 to Tennessee, 280 to Bama in game 1, 263 to Ole Miss, 251 to Texas. And that's what Bama wants to do. Simpson wants to go out there and rip it to those receivers. But there is that revenge angle there. There is a step up. When these teams step up, the offenses do flourish and the defenses do get better. So I get that. Neutral site, these teams do bash against each other. Of course, these teams have met 5 times since 2017. But when I'm looking at this game, I don't agree with the line because I have a little bit of bias because I don't want Bama in the playoff and I want Notre Dame in the playoff. So who is running down the track? It's the mean machine, the blue and black. Go dogs! Go dogs! Oh, stick 'em! Give me the dogs.
I wasn't expecting that right there, but I love it. That was funny, Guns. Shout out to Guns. Hey, I think I'm with you guys. I think Georgia absolutely rolls here. This Alabama team is one dimensional all season long, and that's through the pass game. They can't run the ball worth shit. You thought they've got plenty of backs. Jam Miller's been awful this year. He's going to be out for this one.
He's been hurt.
Yeah, so he's been slow and hurt out there, and these other backups just aren't the typical Alabama running backs we've seen in years past. Ty Simpson can absolutely.
They got to be brutal. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But
like after that Auburn game, did you watch that Auburn game? Oh my God, those guys have to be bruised and battered coming into this game. I mean, Jay Simpson was on his back a lot, getting smacked, a lot of roughing the passers. They were absolutely savage to them.
Yeah. I think Georgia's the side here. I think they take care of business. It seems like it's kind of like the public side right now, but I just think they're the better team. And they've got the better head coach here and better quarterback. I wouldn't say that. I think Ty Simpson's the best quarterback on this field. He can make every single throw, and he's got their wide receivers to throw to, and Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams and company. I haven't moved on this. This is a really fun game, but I haven't been able to come to a side on this. 84% of the tickets on the over. So I don't know if I like the over. I don't really have an angle on this spot. I feel like this is a pretty good game, but I would take Georgia.
Just take my two props, parlay them together, and get you some plus money and take a shot.
Let's see what I can get on some plus money right here. Let's look this up.
While you're looking it up, I'll talk about Nate Frazier for a second. So I was on Bowen's, the other back, because they got two backs. They're going to carry the ball almost even, honestly. Like they've gone back and forth for who's got the most carries. But I was on Bowen's against Mississippi State, and Frazier had 188 or 81 yards against Mississippi State. And it was the first game where Bowens was actually designated RB1. Okay. And I think that Frazier was pissed off. And the way that he was running the football was just electric. I think that he realizes he was losing his spot. He realized he was having a down year, and since then he's ripped off 72 against Texas, which would have covered this number today, and 108 against Georgia Tech. He had 54 against Charlotte, but that's Charlotte. I'm not even going to really worry about that, right? So since that 181-yard game, he's done nothing but eat yards up. Guys, I think 60.5 is a steal with Frazier today.
Shout out to our guy Gorki in the chat. He's dropped $2 donos, and now he just made it a $5.
Yeah, they're Canadian dollars. Let's do the exchange rate on this shit.
Shout out to him, our guy right there. And we've got our guy backstage here, Daby Cab. I don't know if you saw him, if you want to bring him on.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Let me run that clip, man. All year he's been here. And, guys, last week we hit the 2-unit parlay again with our dude Kong. The way this stuff works, when you make long shots like that, you're not going to hit them every week. It's just not going to happen. You hit a couple of them a season, you make money. Last week he hit it again. Let's see if we can get a third one right here. Cheers to my dude Kong. Cheers to everybody in the chat, man. Oh, shout out to Gorki, man, with the $5 dono as well, man. But let's get our dude up here. Kong's clips. Kong, I'm going to give you the stage. I just want to say thank you for what you've done with us this season, my dude. And obviously, if you have college basketball bets when football is over, we want you with college basketball. But let's get paid today, man, because I know you got some money for the people.
Hell yeah. Happy Saturday. Kong Slips in the building once again on championship week. Those of you that haven't heard, I've been preaching it all week long, screaming to the masses. Texas Tech is the play of the year today. It's the biggest bet I've ever had on any game, any event. Texas Tech runs BYU off the field today. I'm going to leave it at that. Best bets. Texas Tech minus 12.5, minus 105. You can get that right now. Texas Tech first half, minus 7. Also available right now on Bet365. Minus 110. You can get to 12.5 at minus 105. Heavily invested in this game. BYU first half team total under 9.5. Gave this out earlier in the week. That first half number is now an 8.5. I do not like it as much, being that it is under the key number of 9. I would still bet it if that was all I had available. BYU don't score. I don't even think they get a touchdown in the first half, to be honest with you. BYU team total under 19.5. Gave this out earlier in the week as well. Heard Wine Time say that this number was at 17.5. That 17.5 is a little juiced. Play it. If you don't like laying juice, drop the number to 16.5. They don't score these points today, guys. This Texas Tech defense is phenomenal. Texas Tech, number 1 in yards per carry allowed. They got the best defense against the run. 11.8 points per game allowed. Is 3rd in the country. They are 3rd in defensive success rate, 1st in PPA per rush. In the first game, BYU had 3 total plays on the Texas Tech side of the field in the first 3 quarters. Wild stat. Just not able to move the ball. They are going to be forced to throw the ball here. You're not running the ball in Texas Tech. All 4 starting defensive linemen for Texas Tech are in the top 10 in PFF grades in their respective positions. Best D-line in the country. Best defense in the country. This is a walk in the park. Texas Tech comes in, makes a dominant statement, blows BYU out. I do like the under. Cab gave out the under, 49.5, I think. I endorse that. I don't think BYU scores much. I think Texas Tech comes out. They score a few touchdowns, and they slow the game down. I could see it being a 35-7, 35-6 type game. I think it goes under. I like that angle as well. Alabama money line plus 115. Gave it out earlier in the week. I do like Alabama here today. I think Alabama's offense is too powerful, and I think they eke out a close win here. I'm also on Ty Simpson passing props, just because it's going to be hard for Alabama to run the ball. So I'm going to be on Ty Simpson over 1.5 passing touchdowns at minus 130. Virginia gave this out earlier in the week. Virginia minus 2.5. That number has gone through the 3. I'm not going to play it over the 3. I think Virginia wins this game. I know there's a lot of people out there hoping for chaos. Duke winning this game would be pure chaos for the College Football Playoff Committee. I don't see it happening. This Virginia team's on a roll. Quarterback's playing lights out. I think Virginia wins this game comfortably. Indiana playing Ohio State today. I got the 5.5 earlier in the week. Haven't heard anybody other than Wine Time in my life that is on Indiana in this game. Everybody I've talked to, everybody I've listened to, everybody I've heard from, they're all in Ohio State here. Indiana can't hang. They're not good enough to be in this game. I don't believe that's the case here. I believe it's a low-scoring game. And I think getting 5.5, 4.5, however many points you're getting with Indiana is the way to go here. I do also like the under in this game, under 47.5 at minus 110. I just think it's a low scoring affair here. there is a world where Ohio State comes out and scores a bunch of points. I don't think that's what's going to happen here today. I think Indiana's going to keep this game close, and I think late in the fourth quarter, Indiana's going to have a shot to win this game. Couple parlays today. No plus money props. I've had a plus money prop every week this season. Nothing I liked. Nothing really stood out to me. So I threw another parlay together. This is the Big Four conference parlay. I am on Texas Tech minus 12.5. Ty Simpson 2+ passing touchdowns. Indiana team total under 21.5. And Virginia money line at plus 872. I did take the Indiana team total under for that case that if Ohio State comes out and they do just boat race Indiana, nobody's put up this many points this year on Ohio State. There's only been a couple teams break 10 points. So I think the Indiana team total under, regardless of who wins this game, I think it goes under, which also plays into the under full game. Plus 872 on that parlay. The 2-unit parlay is back. We've hit it, I believe, 3 times this year. Maybe it was 4. 2-unit parlay this week. BYU team total under 17.5. Texas Tech minus 9.5. Indiana, Ohio State under 49.5. And Virginia money line at plus 431. Coming off a massive week last week. I'm just trying to do it again this week. I've got like 12 units invested in a Texas Tech game. By far the biggest bet I've ever made. Let's hope to get that through. Bet it accordingly. Texas Tech blows BYU the fuck out. Bonus play, college basketball today. My Louisville Cardinals bounce back after taking a tough loss to Arkansas. They go into Indiana and they beat the Hoosiers. Lay the 4.5 points with Louisville. L's up. Appreciate y'all for having me, Kong. I'm out, baby.
One more time, man. Shout out to our dude Kong for coming up and killing it every week right here on the tailgate, man. Much love, Kong. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We still got to get to that Indiana-Ohio State game ourselves right here on screen. We got best bets from Gorki. And, of course, I brought a few college basketball graphics. I got 3 college basketball bets that I'll throw you guys. We won't
shout out to Kong for giving out Louisville against Indiana. I am on that as well. I think Louisville's going to smash Indiana today. I think coming off that loss, I was against them in the last game. I'm on Louisville today. I think they're going to smash.
On Arkansas in the last game too.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Let me pull up that game really quick. I'll put that graphic up, but I want to pull up that Louisville game because I had fucking what's his face?
They're favored on the road. I know they're a 6 seed technically, but yeah.
I got the graphic up, Cab.
What was that kid's name, man? For Louisville. All right, whatever. We'll look at that when we look at college basketball. Yeah. One of those kids I said that I wanted to look at his prop today because he was balling this last game. All right, anyways, here we go. Indiana, Ohio State, man. This is the one right here where I don't know what the committee does. Like Steve G said, he said they're not supposed to take these championship games into consideration. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they do. I don't know. But the one game that does not matter as far as getting in is this one right here. Both of these teams are in no matter what. It doesn't. Either one could win by 80 points today, and the other team is still getting in because that's just how it is. Does that mean these two teams don't care? I don't think so. It's a championship game. I mean, it's a conference championship. Might matter a little bit more to Indiana, though, right? Because what was it? What are we, 2 years removed from 2-8 or 1-8? Or how bad was this team 2 years ago before Kurt Zanetti took it
1-11, I believe it was, with Tommy Allen.
And then the next year they were like 2-8 or something like that. And
no, Kurt Zanetti came in last year and they went 11-1 or 10-2.
Well, I know they did last year, but I'm talking about 2 years ago.
That was Tom Allen, and they went, I think, 1-11.
insane, man. Insane the turnaround that this guy has done with this program. You don't see a fucking blue blood basketball school.
That's the beauty of the transfer portal. He brought half of JMU over and got a quarterback from the MAC.
Yeah. Well,
that's cool.
So, long story short, I'm saying I think this matters for Indiana a little bit more than Ohio State, which, I mean, I bet that probably pissed some Ohio State fans off that I said that. But let's be honest, man, you guys are here year in and year out. You got to win the playoffs you got to win the whole thing if you're Ohio State, not just this, right? You got to win the whole thing to be happy. So I do think there's a bit of an edge for Indiana as far as like want on this. But I think that there is a chance this Ohio State team is better than any of us realize because they have not really been tested to a point where everybody's paid attention. I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but they have not really, they have not really had as many eyes on them as you would think because they haven't been tested. This Ohio State team is the best team in college football, like Wine-Time just said. So in a championship game with the best team in college football, you're giving me under a field goal in the first half. You're fucking right. I took it. Ohio State first half -2.5.
Oh, shit. I had no idea, Cab. Damn, I had no idea you were even on this game. That was a good breakdown. I like it. I'm on the other side, but I'm on the full game. I'm on Indiana full game in this spot, guys. This is going to be a fun game right here. I think this game just means a little bit more to Indiana. I kind of talked about it with these guys before we went on. That Michigan game was everything. People were calling for Ryan Day's job last year, even if they were going to win the national championship because they lost to Michigan. Fans were that mad. I don't under that. Just shows you what a bad fan base that is. If you're gonna for a game over a national title, doesn't make sense. They got it done last week. That was a big time win for them. They burned the clock in the fourth quarter, taking up 10 minutes on the last drive. Absolutely smoked Michigan. That game was a lot more out of proportion than it actually the score told you. But I think Ohio State is the best team in the nation. I think they have bigger things on their mind. Would they love a Big Ten title? Absolutely. Who wouldn't want a conference championship? At the end of the day, that's what you really want to win. National championships used to be so hard. Now there's a 12-team playoff. It used to come down to 2 teams. So it's conference championship means a lot. I just think Indiana, give me 4 points with them. I'm taking Indiana with the 4. I like them. Give me Indiana here. On the total, I couldn't move on it, but I think Indiana has the firepower. They've got the coaching staff. I think that they're going to come out and they're going to be able to compete with Ohio State and probably give them their biggest test yet. These are the 2 best teams in the nation, in my opinion. So this is going to be a fun game. Give me Indiana here. And shout out to Julian Cesaro, $9.99 dono, said, what up, fam? Let's go Texas Tech. -10.5 for $3K.
Wow, good line. Good line.
Ooh, nice, Julian. There we go.
Yeah.
That's a big
I think Gorko wants to come in, man.
Okay, guys, without further ado, let's bring on our special guest. We usually save him for last. This is our guy right here. This guy shows a lot of support for the channel, always comes on for the live streams, gives out his plays with Peter Loshak and Jimmy the Bag. Without further ado, by way of Macedonia, now living in Toronto, Canada, our guy, Gorki. What up, Gorki?
Guys, why are we acting like this is a normal thing for Ohio State? They haven't won a conference championship in like 7 years, and that's not even an exaggeration either. He couldn't get to the conference championship. This is the opportunity of a lifetime in terms of Ryan Day actually putting his nuts on the line and proving to everybody that he can go 17-0 and get it done. Ohio State gets it done by as many as they choose to today.
So Ohio State Buckeyes for the Gorkinator?
They're part of a parlay for me but they're gonna be the ones that carry me through it because the thing with parlays is if one thing fucks up, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's how they work.
That's how parlays work.
That's true. That's
why
definitely how they
9 out
work.
of 10 people lose parlays probably.
So for me, I have that. I also have a double 2 units on the Ohio State team total over 27.5 at plus 140. I really like it. Western Michigan, first quarter and team total. First quarter -1.5 team total over 24.5 or whatever I said. That was right off of my Twitter, but I'm too psyched up right now. So just let's cash and fucking I think Georgia does not lose twice. Fuck Kalen DeBoer and his hat or his hoodie. Even though I am a Bama fan, like I have a Bama hoodie, but this Bama has nothing in common with Nick Saban's Bama, and Nick Saban's Bama is the real Bama. Let's fucking go. Hey, Georgia does not lose twice to these motherfuckers because Dan Campbell decided to go coach Georgia for 5 minutes and fuck up my parlay. Week fucking whatever it was, 6.
Hey, shout out to our guy Julian Cesario. Dropped another $9.99 dono. We've gotten like $20 in donations today, guys. Keep hitting that dono button. We appreciate our guy Julian. Get to kick it with him every year in San Antonio. He's got some money, good money on the line today, so he's gonna be locked in all day long. So good luck.
Yo, Sweet Lou and me were on the other side last week, but damn, man, we think a lot. I was literally about to say, great fucking shirt to Gorki. Like, great fucking shirt, dude. Who doesn't love some Tom and Jerry?
Thank you,
great
sir.
fucking
I
shirt.
need to calm down, so that's why I gotta look at these two fucking clowns.
Backstage, we all fired up about Notre Dame.
You know, but yeah, I just think that it's pretty straightforward today. I think that everyone takes the championship game seriously, except for what the fuck is the ACC doing? Why is Duke in this position? What the hell are you doing?
They got to change their rules about like what is a tiebreaker or when you lose.
No, but these idiots should have done everything possible to I don't know, give Miami like a pass interference here or there or some shit to get them in the game and have them win and represent your conference fucking correctly. Because
you mean they should have like fucked around with Cal and let SMU do work? That's the thing. I mean,
I think the problem is that the ACC is just so bad, and I can't think of any good teams that Miami beat out of conference. Can you guys think of any good teams that Miami beat out of?
I don't know.
Fucking Notre Dame.
That was a joke.
Damn, here we go.
All right, that was a joke.
No, I got you. But even Notre Dame there wasn't really a good team. That's the thing. Yeah. Notre Dame now and Notre Dame week 0. Two totally different.
I posted what the lines would be if they played in the playoff on a neutral site. I posted that on Twitter yesterday.
Guys, I wish I had a clip to run for our guy Chill Will, man. Chill Will, we're gonna get to kick it again in March at Pubbapalooza, man. I hope so. I got to meet Chill Will last year, man. Great dude.
Bro, in football, I wouldn't even make the ACC a power conference. I wouldn't.
Yeah, they need to be G5, but we need to downgrade them. They're in Power 5 in college basketball, G5 in football. Correct.
Honestly. Yeah.
What I need is for somehow A&M to get Virginia at home, not Notre Dame.
Well, I don't think Virginia is going to be there, guys. I hate to break it to you guys. I'm going to make a play in this game.
So you think
I don't hate it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear the breakdown. Let's go.
All right, guys, let's get right to it. This is a game I haven't officially moved on yet, but I talked about it a little bit with you guys before the show. I've been looking at it all week. And, man, I wanted to take Duke all week long. I've liked this Duke team this year. I think their 7-5 record doesn't really tell what kind of a team they are. I think they had a chance to actually maybe run the time. I mean, there's some games where they probably should have won, looking back at it. And I like the talent that they have, and I like Manny Diaz. I think he's a really good defensive mind over there. It's kind of crazy to see 95% of the cash on the over and the line's not moving. If anything, it's moved down a half point from the opening at 58.5. That's interesting. Virginia, it's been a Cinderella story for them ever since they upset. Who was it? Florida. I mean, it was a huge upset at the time. Florida State at home in Charlottesville. They stormed the field on that Friday night. We all remember that. Virginia's had a magical season with Chandler Morris at the helm. They're playing some really good ball right now. It's going to be at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. So this game will not be in Charlottesville. I like Duke, and I think I might be the only person in the world that's going to be on Duke here. And I think they're a team that can compete with Virginia. Virginia hasn't been blowing teams out by any means. They've been getting by a lot of the time. They don't have really a home field advantage here, I don't think. And I think Duke is going to be hungry here. Are they going to make the college football playoff with the win here? Most likely not. Although it doesn't make sense why they're going to let a G5 team in, despite whatever their record is. All they have to do is win their conference.
So do they not have to let the champion in?
No, they have to. They have to let one G5 team in, and it's the.
No, I know they have to let one G5 team in, but they not have to let the winner of this team in. Like Duke doesn't in.
They have to let Virginia. If Virginia wins this game, they have to let them in. If Duke wins this game, they don't. They might. That's
like,
not.
What are the rules on it? Like I thought champions just got a bid.
One.
The rules are, I believe it's 5 of 6.
It's the top
champions, right, that get in or some shit, and if that last conference champion is has more losses than a G5, then James Madison gets in this case.
Yeah. So James
or Miami. They could really. They could just go look.
We don't know what this committee is going to do when it's all said and done, guys. They could put Duke in here if they really want to, because they won the ACC. I'm not saying they're going to, but they could if they want to. And in my opinion, the beginning of the season, from what I heard, is that all you needed to do was win a conference championship in the Power 4 conference, and you're automatically in the college football playoff. Apparently,
that's not the case.
They're saying the strongest.
It should be, though. I mean,
it should be, but it's not.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Let me finish, guys. I'm on.
Yeah, Duke. I want to hear the breakdown.
Duke on the +4 -110 here. I think they've got the team to compete with Virginia. They're not that good of a team, guys. They've had a very weak schedule, and they've gotten by a lot of games very closely. I think Chandler Morris is a gamer, and he's a winner, but I think this is going to come down to probably the last possession, and Duke probably wins this game outright. Shocks the world. There's 87% of tickets, 93% of cash on Virginia all week long. This line's not moving. It's down to 3.5 at a lot of spots right now. I can get a 4 here, so I'm taking the 4. Duke +4.
I mean, look, guys, our guy Nuke Worker in the chat said it doesn't matter anyways because Virginia's winning, so there's that. Okay, that's a great point. And look,
they should have made the line.
I couldn't give. Go ahead, Guns.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. I couldn't give a shit less about this game. That's all I'm saying. And if I was, I'm not betting it, so I'm not going to say if I was betting it. But on the outside looking in, Virginia just beat Duke 34-17.
Yep.
At Duke, okay?
Yep.
They just did it. We all saw it. Duke is what, 7-5? We keep saying it. They're fucking barely even a 500 football team. Yep. And this line is what?
Yeah.
This line's what, bro?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but you have to understand that Virginia was a dog in the first matchup. So keep that in mind.
Only because Chandler Morris was iffy to
play. He was playing in that game, but it didn't matter. Here's what I'm going to tell you about this game. So look at the last 4 games, what these teams have done. That is how you can decide who is the better team. UVA has a +10 point differential. They're outgaining opponents by 196 yards per game. Duke has a +1 point differential, but they're getting outgained by 101 yards per game. Duke is not playing good football right now. And people are not talking enough about this Virginia defense. Mind you, Virginia had this real slump of offensive non-production where they were getting under 300 yards per game for like probably 4 weeks, but that defense
were not Chandler Morris games.
Correct. But the defense was keeping them in the games. They made the defense better. They're only giving up 230 opposing yards per game, 2.3 yards in the rushing. They're in the passing game. They're only giving up 48.1 pass completion percentage and 150 yards per game. Their teams that go against this UVA defense are averaging 15 points per game. They're holding opponents to 158 yards below their season average offensively. Duke, on the other side, for their defense, they're giving up 445 opposing yards per game, 4.6 in the rush, 67.6 pass completion percentage, 293 pass yards per game. This is definitely a variance between one team and the other. And then you got the revenge factor for Duke. I get that. But they were a favorite in that game at home in Cameron, not Cameron or whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But it's a neutral site game on this one. I just think this is a UVA spot all day long. I know it's
Thank
public.
you.
UVA from you comparing the teams and what they're doing right now, there is a humongous delta between one and the other. And don't be scared to take a huge favorite in these games. Mind you, as like you look at the history of the ACC, I believe Clemson was huge favorites in a lot of those games, and everybody and their uncle took Clemson, and guess what happened? Clemson wins by 90. So we could be seeing something like that with UVA here at Bank of America in Charlotte, North Carolina, 8 p.m. East. UVA score.
I feel bad for this fucking game. It's gonna be sneakily. It's gonna be the. It's gonna be the best game on the board, fellas.
Guys, this is gonna be the best game today. I'm telling you, during the Indiana-Ohio State game,
this is the game.
Gonna be watching it. People
Nobody is gonna be watching
yes,
it.
I'm turning on Duke and Virginia. I'm telling you.
I'll turn it on after I cash my first half bet. Hey, shout out to our dude, Razor Sharp Picks in the chat, man. He said he might be able to pop in today. If you're going to join, man, let us know. We'd love a Razor's Edge, man. But there's my dude Dutch in the chat as well.
Shout out to Dutch Boy Fresh in the building. He said line did open at 2.5. Stop it. And shout out to Razor Sharp Picks. Headed home, just dropped the kids off. Hey, I know Razor is hyped for today. He's been stoked about today's slate all week.
I want to know if Razor's on this one, right? Like, I want to know.
Razor, you got to tell me you're on Duke here with me, my man. Like, this is, I mean, I get it opened up at 2.5, and it's moved to a 4.
He's a Virginia guy.
You should have heard Wine Time. I started laughing when you were breaking the game down because when you said Duke was, 7-5 or something, and then you made a comment like, I don't know what you said, and Gorky's like, well, they should be worse or something like that under his breath, but like it was clear as day when he said it.
Yeah, no, shout out to Gorky.
Yeah, you're right. I said it.
We're going to recap our NFL, college football, NCAA football bets. We're going to recap them, but we had Duke up, and this is it's right here. I don't have a bet in it. Is Michigan State the best team in college basketball right now?
Bro, they might be, and I'm a Duke fan,
Michigan.
But here, if I had the nerve to bet, if I had the time to bet this, like to watch this fucking game, I would only be on Michigan State.
Hell yeah.
Better coach. They're the home team. Take them on the money line. Cash your ticket.
I'm on Michigan State Spartans as well, guys. Give them to me. I got them plus 1.5. I think they're going to win this game outright. Give me Michigan State here.
Michigan State money
line. You guys understand how good this Michigan State defense has been so far?
So good. Yeah, but Duke's defense is good too. Don't sleep on Duke's defense. They're very good too. By the way, this total is 10 points lower than any total that Duke has had all season long. So keep that in mind too. They're escaping narrowly to. I mean, they were on a very big cover streak, Duke, and then they kind of like took the foot off the gas.
Duke is lucky to still be undefeated after that Florida spot.
Yeah, a late steal with 1 point win, I think it was in that game. Cameron. So going to Michigan State. This is their first true road game of the year, non-conference, and Michigan State's playing very good basketball right now. Michigan State's a spot for sure. And I'm a Duke fan, but I got to bet it the way I see.
But hey,
Michigan State gave up 52 points. I'm going to
tell you clear as day, you guys. I am not on this spot, so like whatever. You can hold me to it. I would only be on Michigan State. I feel like they're going to win.
And it's under.
I have too much football to be focusing on,
Michigan
sports.
Michigan State gave up 52 against Iowa, which is a better basketball team again this year.
Crazy, yes.
58 against North Carolina and 66 against Kentucky.
Yeah,
like this,
insane.
I mean, Izzo's got his guys right here, right? Like, obviously Collier is going to be the leading shot taker for Michigan State, but, they really distribute the rock well, and it's all about defense. It's not even about who's taking the shots.
Hey, Razor, I did not say Duke and Virginia was the best game on the board. That was wine time.
I did.
Gross.
That was wine time. Yeah, we didn't say that.
Yeah. I did not say
that. His favorite game today is Bama, Georgia, because I know he's been talking about that all week. So shout out to Razor Sharp Picks. Hopefully you can join us here before we get off the air. I know Cat's got to go soon. How much longer are you got?
Guys, I messed up the ticket again like an asshole. I took the team total under Ohio State. I clicked the
Oh my
button.
god!
Go get it, Gorky. Go fix it while you can. We got you, bro. Hey, Gorky, much love, man.
I've
Thanks
done
for
that
joining
before.
us.
I've done that. Like, oh shit.
For real. All right, shout out to our guy Gorky. You guys want to talk any more games, Cab? I know you got to run here soon.
I can go for a little longer too. Let's hear.
I got some picks to fire in college.
If you guys got any more football, college football, and y'all want to recap college football,
that's it for college football. Yeah, we did it all.
Let's recap our bets really quick. I got 3 in college football today. That's it. I got Nate Frazier over 60.5 rushing yards, Ryan Williams over 44.5 receiving yards, and I did take Ohio State first half minus 2.5. So those are the 3 bets in college football that I have today. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my college basketball as well, and then we can talk. That way it makes it easy, so it's all here at the same place for y'all listening. I took Baylor minus 2.5 over Memphis. I'll tell you why in just a minute. I have not been able to bet it yet because it wasn't available, but it will be soon. Kylan Boswell over 14.5 points. I will take him. And then I'm also on Ole Miss first half +7 against St. John's. So I've got 6 bets today. Those are the 3 college football and college basketball. Wine time. What you got?
Guys, hit the like button. We've got over 200 people in the building. We need to hit at least 100 likes, guys. Come on, get to 125 likes. Get to 125 likes by the end of the day, and I will give a donation for next week to a lucky person in the chat. We'll do a little $25 dono. So run up the likes, guys. As far as my action goes for today, I'm on Duke. I just moved on at +4. I'm on Indiana +4. I'm on Miami, Ohio +1.5. I'm on Miami, Ohio, Western Michigan over 43. And I am officially moved on BYU team total under 17.5 -110. College basketball so far, I am on Michigan State +1.5, Wisconsin -10.5, Iowa -11, Louisville minus the 4.5, I believe it is. I didn't write that number down because I haven't bet that one. And St. Bonaventure -5.5 -110. Louisville's the only one I haven't bet yet. And I'm also looking at Boise State and UCLA. I think UCLA is going to smash at home today. I
didn't bet any of those, but I actually looked at St. Bonaventure first half.
I think St. Bonaventure is going to smash.
Buffalo is on a weird cover streak with St. Bonaventure. If you go look at that one, but the line is moving in a weird direction. I stayed off that game. I did lean Buffalo, and I was like, no, it feels like St. Bonaventure. So you guys are on the right side, but I passed on the game.
Yeah, that's my ask today. We got a lot of games today, so I'm excited. We'll be talking all day, fellas.
We got to get our guy Guns, but how about this? Razor dropped his Razor's Edge for us right there. Yep. $400 Razor's Edge.
He's on the opposite side of con.
Indiana +4.5.
Louisville.
And wait. Is it college football? No, that's football.
No, college football. Got it. Yeah.
The spread is the same, so you tripped me out right there because it's 4.5.
It is.
Holy shit. Okay, Guns, recap your action here.
All right. For college football, I'm going to be on. I'll say just even for the show, I'm on the opposite side here in the MAC championship. Western Michigan money line. I just think that defense has just got an edge on this one. And then I like Virginia -4. There's just such a variance between those two teams, and we're gonna just. I mean, there's nothing that gave me an indication that Duke would come back with revenge in this one because they just got absolutely smoked from left to right. And UVA is much healthier than they were in the previous matchup. And for college basketball, those are my 2 for college football. But like for college basketball, I like Michigan State. I like Michigan State under. Duke Michigan State under in that game. Wisconsin, I like today. Heavy favorite. There's a huge line in this one.
They smashed.
Northwestern, probably my favorite spot on the board. They're playing Ohio State. You go look, like Northwestern has absolutely covered and beat the team outright, regardless of what the line is. This is the first time that Northwestern has been a favorite to Ohio State, probably the last 8 meetings. So Northwestern is a spot today. I like Oakland. And I like Iowa today. Iowa off that bounce back against Michigan State. Iowa's a good spot. Colorado State over I like that one as well. And look at Robert Morris. Robert Morris, nobody's going to know about that team, but look how many times this team's covered against their opponent that they're playing today. I can't remember off the top of my head, but Robert Morris is definitely a damn look. And Wichita State, North Iowa under is a look because typically the totals in those games are in the 140s. We're seeing 128 or 129 for the first time in like ever. So this is the lowest line that's ever happened in that one. In Montana State, I like today. So I gave you basically my whole VIP card in college basketball.
Look at that, guys. Look at all that action that he just gave you for free. We're on similar sides, Guns. I like it. Wisconsin and Iowa both. Those are two smash spots for me that I moved on this morning that I'm ready for it. Coin said Northwestern on the hard word looks sharp today. I moved on Northwestern as well. Moved on a -1.5. Got a lot of plays today, guys. It's going to be a fun day. I'm excited.
Hey, is Lipsy's out still, right?
I'm not too sure. Let me double check.
It's so amazing seeing Purdue at number 1. This is fucking crazy. Without a 7-9 guy.
The only reason I put this up really quick and asked about Lipsy is because if Lipsy's in here, I'm definitely interested in.
We don't know yet. Steppen returning to court for Iowa. Yeah, he took a major step in returning, but as of right now, there's nothing if he's actually cleared to play or not.
All right, man. Hey, shout out to our guy 2 Cents right there, guys. We got the UFC right here on Pub Sports Radio live tonight. I think it's 5 o'clock. I'm not sure. Correct me, 2 Cents, if I'm wrong. But tune in when UFC starts. Every fight will be right here, broken down live on the channel. They give you their bets pre-fights, and then they give you their live bets during the fights. A lot of fun, man. Those guys do a great job, and much love to my dude 2 Cents, man. We got to get back on screen and hit a bong together, man. Smoke a joint, something like that. Shout out to Swiggy McNolegs, everybody out there, man. Chosen One, Julian again, all you guys, man. I love doing this show with y'all. Did you have any games, Guns, or Wine Time that y'all wanted me to throw up? Because I'm about to have to actually go. I told you guys.
Good. I'm good. I shared all my action. That's all we needed to do.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat though for joining up. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Fucking all that bullshit.
Yeah, and speaking of subscribing to the channel, follow our guy Guns. If you don't, most of you already do, I know. But if you don't, go follow our guy Guns. Guns, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Gunspicks at GUNZPICKS on X, and you can also find me on YLose, which is YLOSE_GUNZ on Instagram. I do a lot of content on Instagram, a lot of lives. I basically talk ball, and you guys ask the questions, I give the answers. I do it virtually every time, and I'll go check out my Telegram too. Link is in the bio on Instagram. But that's all I'm doing right now, and just hit the like button and support the show and support us as we're doing this show every week into whatever's left of the college football, and college basketball is going to be coming up. So get ready, boys and girls.
And like Guns just said, we're going to be back next week, college basketball. We're staying right here with you guys. We're going to keep it rocking. I don't know if we'll switch it to all about the hoops or just keep it the tailgate, whatever you guys think. We'll take a vote, man, whatever the chat wants.
Bowls too. I mean, we can talk whatever, man.
Yeah, bowl games. We got playoffs coming up. So we'll be right here, same time, same place, next Saturday. Wine Time, you want to take us home?
Yeah, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Gorki. He said, false alarm. Take it as right. OSCU team total over. False alarm, guys. So Gorki is all set up to rock and roll today. Shout out to all the donations he made today. As always, shout out to Julian Cesario, 2 $10 donations. Shout out to Chill Will, a $10 donation. I'm going to see if I missed anyone else. That's everyone. So great stuff today, guys. Glad we were able to share our action with you guys. I'm excited. Good luck on your action today, guys. We'll all be talking today on Twitter and the Discord. So I'm excited. A lot of good action today. Love you guys. We out of here.